Okay, this is lesson 3, topic C. Creating a work breakdown structure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the task and we're going to manipulate them a bit. We're essentially going to be trying to break down the big task into smaller tasks. And you need to do this because you're going to have to estimate the project, how much it costs. You're going to have to figure out what resources you need for each one of these tasks. And effective scheduling, essentially. You want to make sure that these little tasks don't affect the project or the big task. You got to make sure they stay on schedule. First thing we're going to talk about are summary tasks and subtasks that relate to those summary tasks. So a summary task is generally a task that has other subtasks related to it. So if you look at the this example here, you see the summary task would be that general conditions, the bold letters, and then the subtask would be all those underneath it. And then you got another summary task. Within the summary task, it says apply for permits. So you can build up this structure, right? And underneath applied permits, you got subtasks like foundation, framing, electrical, and plumbing. So what you're trying to do is build like an outline of what you need to do, and group it in the logical order. Summary task and the subtasks that relate to it. We'll do an example here. So how do you get to the summary task? If you go to the tasks folder, right, and then you just want to click on this little summary button, this one right here. I don't have these buttons memorized, so what I always do is I just go to this tell me what you want to do, and if you type in summary task, you'll get to the same place. But summary task and tell me what you want to do. I do that for most things I need to do. So the question is, how do you indent or outdent? With these two buttons right here, that's how you do it. So what you do then is you just click on the task. If you want on the left margin, just go ahead and click on the left margin, one all the way to the left. If you want to indent it a bit, click on the right. Go ahead and play with that a bit. It's very easy to use. Now, like the mother of all summary tasks is the project summary task. This will give you a big look. It says that this is the main thing we're trying to accomplish, and everything underneath this is considered a subtask to include the other summary task. So how do I find out what this is? Well, you go to the Format tab. So you go over to the right and you see this little thing up in the ribbon here. And you see project summary task, outline number. If you look right now, look at the tasks. None of them have any numbers. So let's see what happens if we check outline number. What happens is each one of these tasks get an outline number. You can see how they relate. One, general conditions, and then the decimal. It'll tell you the two subtasks. And there's a summary task, 0.3. But anything with a 1 in front of it belongs to that summary task of general conditions. And then you can keep on going. In theory, this thing can go on forever. So even though that apply for permits is a summary task underneath the general conditions, so the secure foundation permit, that gets a 1.3, which means it relates to apply for permits, and 0.1, which is the first subtask under that summary task. It gets a bit confusing, but this kind of makes order out of everything. Just to be sure, I'm talking about these numbers right here. Another thing to keep us on track, make sure we're getting our project done, is a thing called milestones. These are key points within the project that we want to emphasize. Milestones. Usually there are things we have to hit, dates we have to hit if we want to complete the project. So how do I get there? Well, in the task tab, I go over and you see this little milestone button. Go ahead and click on that. Another button is this information tab. So if you click on that, this dialog box pops up, and we're going to be working with notes. We'll get to the others later, but if you click on the notes tab, right, this pops up and it says you can put your notes in here. This row of icons will help you format your notes, whatever you need. The one on the end is an interesting one. This is an insert object. If you click on that, you can insert an object from your computer. So if you've got some kind of document you want to display, or if you got permits, whatever you want to do, if you got it saved in your computer, you can insert it in this task information in the notes part. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to type in these boxes. So I want to clear and grub lot. And what do I need to do? Well, I need to clear waste and recycling first. I need to talk to this guy Gary, and I want to make sure I don't go to the recycling center if it's not open. And if you haven't found it, these are the two boxes where they go. These are the two places. And again, this is just the format. You can just type this to format any of this writing that we put in here, just like any other Microsoft product. One more time, I want to emphasize this insert object. Again, if you're going to have a project, the document stuff, this puts it all in one file for you. So insert object. This is a key button. Okay, let's go to the activity 3-3. Open MyWoods. The project we've been working on. Go ahead and open that. And these are the tasks we put in previously. So go ahead and find these tasks and select them. You can do it different ways. You know, we had that shift button, we have the control button. However you want to do it, you can do a drag and hold. However you get it, just highlight all these tasks and select them. Oh, if you look on the previous slide, what you'll notice is it was 14 days with the question mark. I wanted this in weeks, so what I did is I just went in there, put in 2 weeks with a question mark, and this is what happens. It changes for us. So I've got these tasks selected, right? I want to move them up in the project. So how do I do that? Well, I just do the old Microsoft cut and paste type of thing. So I highlight them, right click, go to cut, click on cut. They disappear from here. I'm going to take it on up to where I want it. So it's apply for permits. I want it above that. So I'm going to click on or highlight the apply for permits, that whole line 4. Do a right click again and just hit paste, and this will do it. So line 4 now is demolition of old house. You can see apply for permits is now below that. So I want to put in a new summary task called clear this old home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the 5 tabs, or the 5 tasks here, right? And then I'm going to go up to task, insert summary task. Remember how we did that? And in the entry table, task name, I'm going to call it change new summary task. I'm going to change it to clear old homes. Again, with these 5 tasks selected, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to click on summary. And this will magically appear in line 4. And I just type in what I want it to say, clear old home. So now what I want to do is I want to replace the sod and complete plannings task with new landscaping task. So remember when in a previous lesson we pasted these things in these tasks. Select them. Now you can drag them up to this point here, this line 108, or if you want to do the old cut and paste, that'll work too. That's the way I prefer to do it. But however you get them up there in line 108 and below. Oh, and that tasks bit, it's kind of redundant. So if you want to delete that task, or delete that line. Okay, we want to get rid of that sod and complete plannage front yard. You also want to get the one below it. So what you want to do is you want to select those 2 lines and just hit delete. Right click delete. And they're gone. Okay, we're going to add a note to the landscaping. Scroll down to see the landscaping. Okay, and select the information button. This dialog box will pop up. We're going to want to open the Notes tab. Type in this note, additional task provided by Gary Clark. Then click OK. And we get this little icon inside the indicator column showing that we do have a note here.